What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, hi, I'm Adriana. You can call me Kai. I'm a nutrition coach, do precision nutrition, and I'm currently on my wellness journey. And by the title of this video, you guys know what I will be talking about. I started Metformin with Noom Med, and I feel like I have a lot of thoughts. And obviously, if you're watching this, you probably have questions yourself. I definitely want to talk about, like, I guess my process of deciding to get on it. Because again, I'm coming from a nutrition coach perspective, someone who's been on a wellness journey for a few years now. So I want to give you guys my insight because I definitely have changed my mind about taking help like this. So I'm going to talk about my own thoughts and hopefully this helps. So I don't want to make this intro too long. Let's get into it. So first I want to talk about the why, because I feel like that's a big thing, especially if you want to decide to go on this. I have a whole video on my wellness journey. Basically, even in that video I say 2022 was probably my best year. I started working out in 2018 and it's been up and down, which, you know, fitness journeys go that way. It's always going to be up and down. It's never like a linear thing. But 2022 was my best year. I was probably my fittest. I felt athletic, all of those good things. There's a lot of things that like I had still left to learn. I did not know how to balance well my food. So I feel like over the years, I've been trying so hard to get back to that. I always laugh because I was like, why did I do this? Basically December 2022, a normal person would be like, oh, I know there's gonna be a lot of food because it's like Christmas season. For some reason, I was like, I'm gonna go all in with food and not go to the gym, which I don't know why I did that. And that definitely backfired for me because obviously starting 2023, it was just so hard for me to get back into the gym. It was painful. I would just be like, oh, it's cold, I'm not gonna go. So it took me months to get a regular routine going, and obviously during this point I was still just eating anything and everything. Like I was not locked in, you know? I feel like over the years it's just been taking me a long time to just even get back to that point of normal routine. Thankfully I'm in a better place right now because obviously I'll get into it a little bit more. Food is definitely where I struggle the most, you know, as most people do. But one of the reasons though that I was like I need like an extra help at this point in my journey was because, again, I said 2022 was my best year, but there's a lot of things that I didn't realize were obviously different back then. For you guys that don't know, I do have a lifestyle channel, which I'll include down below if you guys want to check it out because I vlog there all the time. I definitely upload there a lot more regularly. I have a video which is like a second a day for a year, and thankfully I have one for 2022, and I decided to watch it because I was like, I want to see what I was doing. And there's a lot of things that obviously life was very different. Something that I am implementing now with my active rest days, I'm actually taking them seriously now because like lately, if I am done with my workouts, the days that I don't need to work out, I literally just stay in bed, which is not good. Just like as a human, I should just walk a little bit more. So lately I've been implementing that a lot more intentionally. Okay, I'm gonna take an active rest day and like actually go out and have like a nice little walk. So that's something positive that I added that I realized that I was doing then that I wasn't doing now. However, a lot of things that I noticed was that like back in 2022, I was actually trying to figure out, this is before I got into precision nutrition, I was trying to figure out a program that I wanted to do. And at that point, I was at a certain school doing their program and it was just so stressful to the point that I was getting migraines during that season. It was just not a program I was happy with. I was stressed out beyond, and I would spend like days at the library. Keep in mind, I was still working full time. So I would go to the library during like weekends and just spend all my time there. That definitely added to, I guess, the stress. Back then I wasn't going out much and now I do. So that's again another element that like I didn't realize obviously plays a part because like now going out a lot of the time means going out and eating food, exploring the restaurants, which is really fun to do. Again, we're learning balance in this season. Back then, obviously I was mainly eating at home, which is not a bad thing, but it's just like a different flow of life. Also, funny enough, in 2022 there was like a point that I got COVID too, and I was like, well duh, that also like adds to, you know, a lot of elements. So life is definitely different than it was then. In a weird way, it kind of clicked now that I was like, okay, sure, I want to get back to that point of my like fittest, and it is possible, but like life is different than it was then, so I need to take different steps to get there, you know? So yeah, that's why I wanted to start taking Metformin, just because, like I said, food is one of the main reasons why I struggle with my wellness journey. I'm really good at the gym. Like I can go to the gym, get all my workouts in, that's not an issue. It's definitely the food part. I just like cannot lock in when it comes to food. And obviously balance is really important to me because I definitely have not been doing that at all. Literally, if I eat something on the weekend, like a burger, I'm like, you know what, screw it. The whole weekend, I'm just gonna eat whatever. And that's not good, you know? Like balance is important. You're able to eat other foods, but like make sure it all fits. So yes, I thought that this would be helpful for me in my point of life, because again, workout wise I'm doing great. I'm getting my steps in, I'm doing my workouts. I just needed like an extra push to help me out. So I want to talk about Metformin and Noom specifically, because you can actually get this medication on like other places like hers, but I decided on Noom because it was a lot cheaper, and I was vaguely familiar with Noom already as like an app. So I want to talk about Metformin. I'm saying it right? Basically, Metformin is FDA approved oral medication to manage type 2 diabetes. It is also commonly prescribed off-label for other uses, including diabetes prevention, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and weight loss. This is how it works. Metformin works in different ways. Also, I'm reading this from the Noom app. It reduces the amount of glucose your liver makes. It improves your insulin sensitivity. It decreases the amount of sugar glucose your body absorbs. Metformin also increases the ability of satiety hormones. This can reduce appetite and cravings, resulting in modest weight loss. Obviously, Metformin is a tablet that you take. It's a pill, because I know obviously there's other methods that are very popular as well, but those are injections and stuff. But yeah, some common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, gas, bloating, abdominal pain, indigestion, and metallic taste. Obviously there's other more serious stuff that may happen. Obviously not necessarily that they will, but like in case you see those happening, you know, persistent vomiting, abdominal discomfort, worsening of kidney problems, liver injury, or lactic acidosis. Obviously don't take this if you're pregnant, may become pregnant, or breastfeeding. That's what that is, the pill itself. Noom, if you guys have never heard of Noom, Noom is like interesting. I'm still going back and forth with my thoughts on it, because Noom started as like a weight loss app that like gave you a plan and helped you to lose weight through like almost like psychology type. They're trying to get into like the reasons why you do certain actions type of situation. And obviously they started offering medications recently. It's been a new venture for them. Justina Urkel has a great video on Noom if you guys want to check that out. And I agree with a lot of points that she has. There's still stuff on the app itself that I don't really like. For example, it has you weigh in every day. And it's kind of funny because they argue like people who weigh in every day just lose weight better. And in a way I'm kind of like, it's probably because you're like, I have to weigh in every day. It's more so like scaring you into like eating better, I guess, because you're trying to weigh in every day. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, they try to do a lot of psychology, and there's like literally lessons every day. And again, not necessarily just with the medication, just in general, if you want to use Noom, they'll give you lessons every day that you have to do so you can learn about eating well, all that stuff. Because again, they have Noom Med, which again is this part of it where I'm at, but they have like normal Noom where you can sign up and just get like a little fitness plan. You will have all those, because originally I had signed up for a trial just to see how it was for the normal Noom plan. And yeah, they'll have like little lessons for you about like food, protein, all that stuff. They can even do like a workout plan for you, all that. Something I do like about Noom though is that you can scan your food. Like you can take a picture of your food and it'll like kind of give you like an estimate of like calories, which I think is really cool. I will give them that. I know for me, I don't really care about the lessons because again, I already have my nutrition certification. So a lot of stuff is very like stuff that I already know, which I know someone's gonna be like, well, you already know these things. Why aren't you doing them? I'm a flawed person. I feel like I'm better at like teaching someone than I am doing it for myself. Although I have been locked in terms of food even before starting this. But other than that, besides having now like a little tab where like I can mark down when I take my medication, it's like the normal Noom app that you can use. You can log in your food. You can even put how many steps you're taking, all that stuff. Pretty normal. And obviously the lessons. That's kind of like their main thing that they are still pushing compared to like other ones, because I know someone who's on hers and they don't really have like lessons. They just take their medication, you know? So yeah, I wanted to take Metformin first because obviously when you sign up to, I like tried hers just to compare like the filling out the information to see what they recommend, and both hers and Noom obviously recommended another medication, which is, you know, the injection. I'm definitely like 20 pounds overweight than what I should be because I am 5'1". Actually, let me talk about my stats. I'm 5'1". I started at 140. I do weigh 138 now, which is nice, but I don't know if it's exactly because of the pill. Oh, actually, let me explain too. As I'm filming this video, I started the medication a week ago. So I'm starting my second week, which does increase my dose to like 2 pills a day. So when I started, I was 140. I'm currently 138. However, I'm not entirely sure if it's the medication because, again, I've been actually very locked in to my workouts and actually eating even before starting it. I've been intentional for like the last few weeks, again, before starting it. If I do eat out, I'm gonna make the better choice of what I'm eating, obviously, and I'm also increasing my steps throughout, like my rest days, all that stuff. So we're gonna see later on how taking the medication adds to that. Both hers and Noom first recommended the injection, and both of them allow you the option to be like, look at other forms of prescriptions. They both had Metformin as like the second option for me, and again, I compared most of the prices and Noom was a lot cheaper. Noom, I'm not entirely sure, but I think hers does give you like other vitamins alongside it, so I think that's also why it's pricier. And so I just went with Noom because I just wanted the simplest. Your girl wants to save money. But yeah, I just thought that was gonna be easier for me. I'm more of like, I can take it during these times. I also didn't feel like I want something super intense. Like I mentioned, my starting weight, ideally I want to lose anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds, because again, I'm short, so I feel like you can see it, the weight, a lot differently on my body. And like I said, back in 2022, I try not to talk a lot about my actual like weight numbers, but I feel like again it's important to where I'm at. But yeah, back in 2022 I was like in my low 120s, which is like really good. And obviously like now it's been hard to bounce back because again, I'm going out more and I have a social life and life is a lot different. I decided to go with that instead just because I felt like that was easier for me. I didn't want anything super intense like rapidly. I just wanted a little push. That's how I'm seeing it. So my current progress, like I mentioned, I'm currently starting the second week as I'm filming this. Basically, the breakdown, at least for me, I'm pretty sure it might be similar for everyone. The breakdown is the first week you start with 1 tablet in the mornings. And I think it's just to get you in the groove of things because again, a lot of people do have the side effects at first, like dizziness, nausea, all that. Thankfully, I have not had any of those. There was one day that like I just felt icky, like ugh. But thankfully I haven't had any major side effects and I'm so grateful for it. Now that I'm starting week 2, I take a second tablet like in the afternoon, and usually you take it with food, which it does say that that does kind of help with the nausea and all that stuff if you take it alongside a meal. So it works perfectly because I'll take it with breakfast and then like my dinner. So that's where I'm at right now. Week 3, you start taking 2 pills in the afternoon or by like dinner time basically, and then week 4 is when you start taking 2 tablets in the morning and then in the afternoon. That's where I'm at right now. Like I said, I started my weigh-ins at 140 and currently I am doing the daily weigh-ins, which is not my favorite, but whatever, I'm doing them. I'm a very competitive person with myself, so I feel like in a way I'm like, you know what, lock in, just do it. But yeah, right now I currently weigh literally exactly 138. I've been fluctuating throughout the week with 138, but today I was like 138, which is pretty decent. Again, I'm not sure if it's exactly because of the medication. I've been obviously locking in with my workouts and eating well in general. So now for some of my thoughts. Actually, going off what I last said, Noom does encourage you to obviously eat well and work out. That's a main thing that they do try to teach you alongside with taking the medication. They do even have like options. They can create an exercise plan for you. They can create a meal plan for you, which is really good. I appreciate that they are teaching people to actually pair a healthier lifestyle with this instead of just relying on this, which is very important. And again, that's actually what I want to like give my thoughts on because I was very against taking stuff like this. I'm not gonna lie, I will be very honest. I was very against it. I did not want to do it. And obviously as a nutrition coach, you're like, just eat better, do this and that. And it's actually really funny because over at the Facebook page for precision nutrition coaches, the topic of like, for example, Ozempic always comes up, and it's like people are on both sides. So there's people, again, kind of where I was at, they were like very against it. They were like, just teach your clients to eat better, which is great. Great advice. But then other people were like, you know, it could also be a great tool. Like, sure, they can be on it, but if you're also teaching them a healthier lifestyle, it may help them in the long run because eventually they might stop taking medication and they will still need to know like the basis of like good nutrition, movement. There were some people who saw it as a tool, and I feel like that's something that kind of clicked in my head because again, I was very like, no, I don't want to do it. But then I was like, okay, what if I see it as a tool? I'm seeing it as a tool because I just need to get that push. Again, I struggle with food. That is what I struggle the most with. So if I can use this as a way to help me, I can also better help other people that are, you know, taking any type of medications. I know there's a lot of negative connotations to it. And again, I was on that boat too. So again, that's also why I want to make this video, because I want to be very transparent with you guys where I'm at currently. Because again, I didn't think I was going to be here making this video about taking medication. I never thought I was gonna be this person. I do want to be transparent and honest with you guys that that's where I'm at right now, and I'm seeing it from a different perspective. I will document the journey just because I want to see where it takes me as well. And obviously as I'm documenting, I can show you guys the pros and cons, things that I see positive, things that I see negative, because again, this is what this channel is about. I want to be helping you guys out along your journey. If you guys want to see if this is a positive thing or negative thing, think of me as like the guinea pig of these things. I want to show you guys my process as I'm going through it, so hopefully it helps you out on your journey. If you want to, you know, start taking medications or not, I want this to be a helpful process for all of us. Like I said, I'm still starting second week, so at this point I have no idea how it's gonna look once I'm on week 4, because obviously the doses go up at that point. Again, I'm making this video from a very vulnerable place because I was going back and forth, and at first I was like, I don't want to like share anything about it. Like I said, I have a lifestyle channel, and I was like, oh my gosh, I vlog regularly and now I'm taking this thing and I don't know how to go about that. So I will probably mention it here and there, but I will direct people to this channel because I want to document it solely on here. This is what this channel is for. I want to show you guys like the in and outs of all the options that are out there and show you guys what's helpful, what's not. That's where I'm at right now. I know it's a lot of things going on. I just wanted to make this video to talk about Noom, so far my experience, and Metformin, because again, you can get this medication in other places, not just on Noom. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of the start of the process, my reasoning for getting on medication. Like I said, this is a very vulnerable video. I never thought I'd make this. As I was going on medication, I was like, maybe I will never talk about it, but I was like, you know what, it's better to be honest and transparent. And again, I hope my own journey helps you guys out. I'm gonna document everything, show you guys updates as we go, so I hope that this will be helpful for you as well as for me. We're gonna learn together, we're gonna see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I would love to answer anything, and don't forget to subscribe because I want this to be a community for all of us to grow together, learn things together, and all of that. So I hope you guys stick around. Like I said, leave comment, questions, all that down below. And that is it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.